is very difficult when we're trying to export. So we will cut down democracy. We will cut down bureaucracy, because bureaucracy also takes time. It takes revenue from us. So we'll look at that also. Now we look at good governance. We'll establish, also be aware, and we'll also help. And then we'll encourage entrepreneurship as well. And conservation, implementation, sustainability, practice in agriculture, energy, industry, protect Ghana's natural resources for future generations. And that will also look at this Galamsey issue. And I know that with the GCPP and me at the helm, we will have solutions rather than keep going on about Galamsey. We have the answers to Galamsey. Now, these policies are aimed to transform Ghana's economy growth. I am stood in front of you today to also has been sidelined for youth. Because without the youth, the whole structure of government cannot move forward, because we need the youth to work with us. The youth are the machines of the economy. They propel, and I am going to make sure that the youth are brought into being so that they don't follow, unscrupulous businesses. The GCPP will lead the youth, will educate the youth, and we will farm with the youth. Because if we don't get the youth to farm with us, and we can't feed ourselves, then, I don't know what to say. But if our fathers have done it years ago, we can do it. With technology, single-handedly, or with the whole party, and we build a better Ghana. And when we go, that's when we are gone, you'll be happy that you have a country that respects, directs, and parents the youth. On this note, I say thank you so much for allowing me time to talk to you in your homes. And we love to have a beautiful and a better Ghana. Thank you. Now, I believe there are questions and answers. There are questions for me, and I'm ready to answer them. Please, let's have the questions.
Instagram also wants to know, how will you address access to financing for local companies?
Now, currently, as people see me around the country, I have financiers from the US in town. I have financiers from Poland in town. I have financiers from Ukraine in town. So to access funds, I don't think that will have an issue. We will fund the youth. We will fund the peasant farmers who have done so well and still doing well. We will make accessible to funding, not bureaucratic like it is now. And we will also incentivize the banks, the Ghanaian banks in particular, to cut down the bureaucracy in lending to farmers and in lending to the youth in agriculture.
Kwesi on Facebook is asking, what is your blueprint for reducing pressure on public finances and debt sustainability?
Now, my blueprint for that is quite simple. We have to go back to farming. Self-reliance. How are we going to get revenue? How are we going to sustain ourselves? So my answer to that is farming. We go back to big farming rather than going to Galamsey. When they know the difference between farming and the good and the bad, I think that we are smooth sailing, and that is where I'm going to do it. And that is what we will do. We will get funding for them. Yes.
Tina on Facebook is asking, inadequate infrastructure remains a major problem. Some are proposing a public-private partnership as the answer to the deficit. Do you agree?
Well, transportation is terribly important. And because I deal a lot with Ghana Cocoa Board, so I know that feeder roads that go to collect this raw material, the cocoa and the cocoa sacks are an issue, especially during the rainy season. And we will do our utmost best to make sure that all those roads are facilitatable. And so we need to have a private partnership to come to that goal. Yeah.
Anita on X wants to know, what is your magic for the huge unemployment issue?
My magic is simple. My magic is so simple. We have the raw materials already. We have the raw materials already. So it's so simple. I mean, we have the youth. The youth is the engine of God, you know, the fabric of any economics. I mean, you know, and our youth is not being parented properly. And I like to use the word parent. It's not parented properly. Because if you have correct parental guidance, our country will not be in the state it is now. But I would say that the current government's 1D, 1F is a help to some extent to alleviate us from that situation. But the GCPP will enhance that to its highest level. My final word is, we are bringing the new style of politics. The GCPP under my leadership is bringing the new style of politics. It's an inclusive politics. It's the whole together politics. It's not one party is in the other party. No, it's an inclusive politics because we love Ghana. We want to build this country for the future. We want to build this country for our kids and our grandchildren. We want the youth to also understand that coming together as one to fight the horrors of life, walk in peace, and any obstacle that comes our way, we will deal with it. On that note, I say thank you so much, and the youth, I am with you.